The United States of America has decided to make the situation in the Persian Gulf much worse than it already is. As you recall, not too long ago, Yemeni forces, Houthi rebels, carried out a massive strike against the Saudi oil industry for the country's decades-long war and, frankly, outright genocide against the Yemeni people. Now, immediately after that, which was very embarrassing for the Saudi kingdom, this kind of attack, which they had previously stated couldn't be carried out, the United States and Saudi Arabia decided to blame Iran for what Yemeni said that they did. I'm sure the logic is in there somewhere. But let's face it, this is nothing more than an attempt to blame Iran, to have some kind of justification for putting further pressure on Iran. Well, now the United States has decided to send more U.S. soldiers and more U.S. equipment to both Saudi Arabia and the United Arab Emirates to protect U.S. interests in the region. In other words, this strike affected the global gas price. And while apparently the Yemeni people dying in a genocide for years isn't enough to upset anybody enough, fiddling with the gas price is certainly what gets people's attention. Unfortunately, no one has actually come to the aid of the Yemeni people, who are the ones who are suffering, and instead are more upset about stability in the global oil price. So the United States has decided to send more forces to these two countries for protection. I'm sure that these are U.S. soldiers and U.S. equipment that are going to be used to protect Saudi oil interests. Imagine that. You signed up to defend your country in the United States, and you get sent to Saudi Arabia to protect the oil industry held by the royal family and other very, very rich people. That's what you're putting your life on the line for. When you signed up to defend your country, implying that's what joining the U.S. Army is, that's what you're going to do. Think about it. Potentially, it's an incredibly small chance, but potentially, that's the hill you're going to die on. Defending Saudi oil. If that's not enough to make you want to, I'm not saying that you should do it, I'm saying that might make you want to frag your commander. That's probably going to be enough to do it. And that might be enough to make you quit the U.S. Army. Because I don't think a lot of people, when they sign up for the Army, announce that that's what they want to do, defend oil interests in Saudi Arabia. I mean, they don't have a problem going into a country and stealing its oil for the United States. But maybe they're not so willing to go in and possibly die protecting Saudi oil. It's hard to make the fighting terrorism argument in that kind of scenario. But I mean, really, what we're looking at is a major increase in the tensions in the region that the United States is going to make a lot worse with this. This is, for all intents and purposes, an immoral and illegal war that has been carried out against Yemen. And the United States and many imperialist countries have been perfectly happy to just sell them weapons, like the UK, like Canada, etc. And while they don't officially support the war, they literally sell Saudi Arabia the means to carry it out, but claim to be neutral in the conflict, which is complete nonsense. So it appears that the U.S., while at least in the mainstream political establishment there appeared to be some kind of tide turning against it, with the more progressive political forces inside the country, it seems that the United States will now go further and deeper into the conflict by literally serving as the bodyguards for Saudi Crown Prince oil. Thank you for watching. If you like this program, then please head over to my Patreon page and set up a monthly donation. It's your donations that keep this program running. Also, if you would like, please rate, comment, subscribe, and share in various social media.